All right. We're going to continue onwards. Last we were here, we had picked up this quest for the... What does it mean, hold?
On my way.
Oh, so that's like follow me. That might be to like attack something. Not quite sure how all the commands work for the companion.
Be right there.
Bam, bow, bam, bow. Okay, we have, let's check the other quest we have. Because this has me talking to various people in town to get their payments sorted out. Okay, let's talk to you.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, Tenderfoot. I'm busy.
Graveside fees, I'm here to collect.
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment.
Well, the papers aren't signed in your name.
Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
You gotta pay for your neighbor's graveside fees?
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Said he shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were a closest living relative.
Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
Are you serious?
I'm plenty serious. In fact, I'm a little upset Eugene didn't think things through. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
Would've. So you didn't?
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide.
What's
All
up,
I
Yoran?
know
Good
is
morning.
Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
A little messed up. Found one left hand severed at the wrist, some bone damage. People, this is our second unscheduled amputation in as many months. Please exercise caution and safety around the machinery. Maintenance fees will be deducted from your pay. Oh, I'm getting XP every time I come across one of these vending machines. Vending machines offer a variety of items to purchase, mostly from one company. A hack skill of 20 or higher allows you to sell items to the vending machines. Restricted items on a vendor can only be purchased when you have a high enough reputation with the associated faction or a hack skill of 40 or higher. Well, hello then. Ooh. I don't feel compelled to sell anything at the moment.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
I've never actually been in here. Seemed scary from the outside.
Lots of things seem scary from the outside.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Never been healthier. Whoa, did Mr. Thompson send you? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy.
Want to tell me what's got you so nervous?
You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
Well, positive you mentioned something about being plagued.
You don't know that. I could have been saying anything. Maybe I said vague. You know how words sound a mite strange when you're sick. Wait, no. Oh, damn it. Okay, listen. Maybe I am feeling a little under the weather, but I swear I'm on the mend. Please, don't tell the constable.
You should put a sign over your door, at least cover your mouth.
And become the town pariah? I'm already the oldest worker in town. I don't need to give him another reason to avoid me. Hey, you're hale and healthy and possibly for hire, ain't you? Do a good turn for an expiring old man?
Depends on what you need.
Couple hours out of your day and some light second-story work. That's all. There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me.
Not so fast.
I'll do what I can.
You're, Oh, he won't let me talk about the other thing yet. Devon says, stream announcement got me excited. I know. It's perfect timing, too. It would have been a lot harder for me to participate as often as I wanted to if I was in the middle of new releases. But we've got a 2-week window before the next major release, so downside is, so this is one of those rare situations where I won't be able to stream as much for the next couple of weeks, which means revenue will go down. But on the back end, I'm preloading the month of May, so it's gonna be crazy. What's up, Mithril? So yeah, I've got 2 weeks essentially for that. It's a 2-week event. It's not quite 2. It's like 12 days, 13 days. I think is I think the servers are up from today until the 23rd, something like that. But gonna have fun.
I tried medicating myself with Adrenatime. Didn't do much for me, as far as I can tell. Anyway, I can't just buy medicine. Distribution of medicine is strictly prohibited to any workers beneath the acceptable margin of health. Company policy.
In other words, the company won't treat you because you're already sick.
More like the company won't treat me because I'm not healthy enough.
That's what I just said. I assume there are guards.
You will not find any guards within sight of that old place. Marauders, on the other hand.
What can you tell me?
I have it on good authority. There's a gang of them squatting there. I advise stepping softly. So you'll do it then?
Sure.
You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Law, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it.
Gravesite fees.
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows. Look, I got my gravesite fees right here. See? I'm good for my word. Get me that medicine, and I'll see to your payment.
All right.
Mistake working for Abernathy.
Well, aren't you just a ray of sunshine?
Oh, I cut my own hair. But Conrad sells real good disinfectant.
Oops.
Please, physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
I could show you my hands.
No, thank you. That's quite all right. I've seen enough body parts in my line of work. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
I'm here to collect your dues.
Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
Pecuniary situation. Jesus. You mean you're broke?
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bidless, indigent, destitute. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
Not my problem, buddy. Pay up.
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Just give Silas an IOU.
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
So I gotta think of something that he could use.
What can I do?
Oops. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
Only if we use the term doctor loosely.
I am a Spacer's Choice certified surgeon, and if you must know, I can stitch a severed thumb with a 58% chance of avoiding gangrene. Go ahead.
What do you know about the plague?
The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months.
What's up, JK?
I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame.
Why don't you treat all your workers? Oops,
Fever,
wrong one.
chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching.
Yeah, this game is a reflection of working in the U.S. Also, I don't remember the name of it, and I need to go rewatch it. But it's gonna drive me nuts. I gotta go look up the name of the movie. Elysium. Which is a Neil Blomkamp movie with Matt Damon in it. can't wait to watch that again. But I can't wait to watch his next movie too. He is working on a new version of Starship Troopers right now. He's currently... Oh, it already came out? Oh, I'm gonna have to go watch that movie. I didn't know his most recent one was already out. Hang on, I'm getting sidetracked. No, we did see that. Never mind. Chris and I already watched that. We did watch that last year. I did not know that he directed that. He directed the Gran Turismo film. Um, anyway, he's currently working on a new adaptation of Starship Troopers. Anyway, I like Neil Blomkamp. Elysium was the other thing that I always think of whenever I start talking about the dystopian work environment where people are basically just slaves working for some faceless corporation.
Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
What's up, kitten? Meow. All right, whose idea was that?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours.
You seem pretty enthusiastic.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started.
Although you have no money.
As the good vicar says, work fortifies the spirit of a man. If you want to feel exhausted, try not having any work.
Company's gonna have to call it for what it is, a destruction of space of choice property. It's gonna ruin us, so I was thinking that we'd pawn off his teeth. He had a full set of gold ones, heirlooms passed down to the family or something. Phyllis G. Don't write back. In fact, don't talk to me at all. Just give me a special signal next time you see me. Wiggle your eyebrows.
You trying to get us all in trouble? What do you think you're doing?
I was just leaving.
Do what you want, I guess.
I got caught. So I wonder if I can close the door and then steal? Or is the door automatic? Oh no, we're good. There we go. Nice. So I can wear that too. Dang it, I gotta get used to the controls in this game. How do I take that off? Seriously, how do you take it off? I have no idea how to unequip it. There's no button to like unequip the item. Oh well. Bow, 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 bow.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this fella.
Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
What are you talking about?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
I'm sorry.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
About those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
Conrad says he can't afford to pay.
Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skimp out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room.
Oh yeah, the gold teeth.
That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
Now is the perfect time to try it, Adam Brandt, because the second game is just around the corner.
What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
So I know about Eugene. Why not use his teeth as collateral?
You know about Eugene? How?
I found a note from Phyllis.
Then, you know Phyllis suggested selling off Eugene's gold teeth. I didn't approve of the idea then, and I don't approve of it now. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss them.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
I don't care. I'm just here to collect your dues.
Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
So what happened with Eugene?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects.
Okay.
Paranoia drove him to take his own life.
Interesting. So the town never had to pay a penalty.
We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Good to know. Alright, we still need somebody named Ludwig. Better than nature. I'm guessing you can't harvest plants. I haven't seen any plants that you can harvest, so I'm going to assume that you can't, and I'm probably going to stop looking. I should save. I gotta remember this game doesn't do auto saves that frequently.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month. I love living here.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Silas sent me.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
What are you babbling about?
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Okay, I don't know what you're talking about.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing, shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Yeah, Gustav, this is an RPG. It's definitely this is an Obsidian Entertainment RPG. If your resistance needs in the gun, I am for hire.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's Chaw. A few bit carts. I'll reward you for your aid.
Proper armies pay enlistment fees.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the resistance a bad name.
What do you need done?
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
Alright, we need to go back to Silas and report in that the fees have been paid. Oh, thank the stars, there's no stupid stamina meter. Let me sprint, good sir, let me sprint.